I told you guys about a progressive challenger to an establishment candidate in the 1st District of New Jersey, Alex Law. So currently, his opponent, Donald Norcross, is waging a misinformation campaign and is blatantly lying to voters. He's sending around this flyer claiming to be a progressive leader, even though he consistently sides with the conservatives, but apparently he's a progressive leader, guys, trust him. And also, he was endorsed by Hillary Clinton, so progressive. Now, this is also a tactic that Debbie Wasserman Schultz uses against Tim Canova as well. She sent around a pamphlet that says that she's a progressive as well, but if by progressive you mean conservative, then yes, you're very progressive, Debbie and Donald. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because Donald Norcross, a brazenly establishment candidate, is claiming to have been endorsed by Bernie Sanders. So the question is, why would Bernie Sanders endorse someone from the establishment that has a super PAC that's taking money from special interests such as the American Bankers Association and the American Gas Association, just to name a few? Well, it's because he didn't endorse Donald Norcross. In fact, Donald Norcross made that up entirely. Now, his opponent, Alex Law, is back to tell us about this lie. Have at it, Alex.
Thanks for having me back on the Humanist Report to talk about this very important issue that's going on in my district right now. So my opponent, Donald Norcross, someone who is a Democrat that has voted with Republicans more than any Democrat in the state of New Jersey, someone that's taken over $10,000 from Donald Trump, someone who's repeatedly worked with Republican Governor Chris Christie, is now claiming that he's been endorsed by Bernie Sanders. Now, of course, we follow Bernie Sanders. We know that he's only endorsed 3 people, all 3 of them women, none of them named Donald Norcross. This is a very serious issue for us here in the district because he is actively misleading voters with a statement that he knows is untrue, and he spent over $100,000 sending out mailers to the people of this district claiming that he's been endorsed by Bernie Sanders. Now, Bernie Sanders is basically running against exactly what Donald Norcross represents in the Democratic Party. He has not to date, and I can't imagine ever would, endorse Donald Norcross. So we are putting together a petition that we're going to get in front of Senator Sanders with people requesting that he clarify his endorsement in this race. We're not asking him to endorse me, while that would be lovely. We're asking him to clarify that he has actually not yet endorsed anyone in this race, so that we can show the voters of this district, show the media local to South Jersey, that Mr. Norcross is actively deceiving voters, something that he is very comfortable doing and has done in the past. So that is the issue going on right now in our district. You can find that petition at facebook.com/AlexLawNJ. You could also find it on Twitter at AlexLawNJ. And of course, you could find out more about our campaign, the things that we believe in, how I feel on virtually every single issue at AlexLawForCongress.com. So I do hope your audience will look into this issue, will consider signing our petition, putting a personal message to Bernie, which we are going to get in front of their campaign, so that we can resolve this issue as soon as possible. Thank you.
Thanks, Alex. So I will include a link in the description box to this petition, so that way you can sign it and tell Bernie Sanders to clarify his position. So there you have it, guys. So as we've seen time and again, these establishment candidates are willing to lie. They're willing to just outright mislead voters and wage these misinformation campaigns and call themselves progressives when in actuality they're conservatives. They're to the right of progressives. In fact, they are to the right of some Republicans even. So if you side with Republicans, you don't get to call yourself a progressive. I'm sorry, but that's not the way that works. So I'm glad that Alex Law was back to debunk this myth, because we can't allow the establishment to try to piggyback off of the progressive movement and our revolution that we're running in order to get in office into the bidding of special interests. Sorry, it doesn't work that way, Donald. Try again.